Do you have a monkey in your pants?
Right guys, welcome back. It's another fan commentary of the awesome, amazing 90s video game, computer game, magazine, TV show, Bad Influence. Season 1, Episode 3. What goodies have we got in store for us this time? Let's have a look.
Hi, this is Bad Influence.
Andy
In this week's show, our panel reviews Super Celeste on the SNES.
What are you wearing? Super Celeste, awesome SNES game. Got that one. And Violet, what the hell are you wearing? I'm still not agreeing with her hair, that's for sure.
Last week's Future Entertainment show in London.
Ooh, fancy.
But first, this.
Amiga.
This is
I spy an Amiga.
1200. Released next week, it will set you back a cool £400.
Fuck me,
now,
that's expensive.
Been around for 8 years already, but this new machine is being sold on its fantastic graphics and colours. Apparently,
Zipstick, see that little joystick there? That's a zipstick. I've got one of those.
Whatever that means.
And they really need to sort out your dress sense, mate.
Games like Zool, but what's the difference? Well, have a look at this.
AGA chipset
that we all know and love. And now, through the wonders of modern technology, the new improved Zools. Notice how the foreground and the background are moving relative to each other. Sims will scroll
it's not a big difference, really.
And run much faster. This is a specially written version of Nigel Mansell's World Championship, and it's so realistic I'm having a bit of trouble staying on the track.
It's so realistic.
I can tell you that the A1200's got 2 meg of memory and a 32-bit processor, but mercifully he isn't. However, if you're thinking of upgrading your hardware, beware. 1/3 of existing Amiga software won't run on this machine. The trouble is, nobody knows which third, not even the manufacturers.
What the fuck, silly Commodore manufacturers. Namrud, you little dirty scratch. Scratch? What's a scratch? Namrud's basically the cheat master of Bad Influence. Legend of Galahad?
on the Amiga.
Do not throw the Amiga, you tool. That's sacrilege.
It's type in LTUS as a level code, then you get infinite lives.
Infinite lives. I've never heard of this game. What is it? Let me have a closer look, please. Oh yes, I have. I recognise it. Violet. Oh my god, Violet Berlin. And that's not a good. Oh my god. I just want you to fix your clothes and stop having toilet brush hair, please. Oh, listen, hear that Super Celeste awesome music in the background.
I don't like shoot-em-ups very much, but Super Celeste is excellent. It's fast and it really moves along.
Oh, we've got a wonky tape, hold on. How shall I adjust the tracking?
This guy's kind of hard, so I've just used smart bombs to kill him off.
Smart bombs!
And
smart bombs for the win.
In this game, there's quite a few power-ups to be collected. They're very lethal, and if you power them up, they make them even more lethal.
Even more lethal.
Change the way in which you shoot.
Lethal power-ups makes things lethal, and it even more lethal.
Voice make the game more arcadey.
Oh my god, you've got speech issues, son.
Every time you progress with the game, there's something new to see. This part's kind of easy.
I don't recognise that level, and I've got this game.
Want a quick blast.
Am I rubbish?
The backdrop in the game is really good, and it gives the game a good 3D feel.
I think it maybe gives it a perception of depth. I would not say it was three-dimensional.
I thought this game would be for shoot-em-up fans only, but I think most people would enjoy this game. And just look at that end-of-level sprite. This game's what I call value for money.
End-of-level sprite? Since when?
I like this game. It's very addictive.
Since when did anybody say, "Oh no, look, here comes an end-of-level sprite. I better kill the end-of-level sprite"?
I know I'm in a minority, but I just didn't find it playable.
It's because you can see, because of your huge, giganticus bottle top the glasses. No offense, man, little boy.
5 out of 5, and the girls gave it 5 out of 5.
5 out of 5. There you go. Told you, quality Super Nintendo game.
And so our panel loved Super Celeste, giving it 5
Look at all them
stars.
fudges with the little Game Boys.
They can award as low as 1
It's
star.
one system I still want, an original Game Boy.
Turkey.
Turkey.
But remember, our panel is made up of people who actually buy the game.
Bullshit.
But now, for
Bullshit.
something completely different.
The fuck has this got to do with gaming? This is upsetting my eyes. Get this shit out my face right now. What the fuck is going on? I'm a windmill, I will lean this way, I will bend this way, I'm going to throw you and spin you around.
That dance was
What the
unusual
fuck?
because it was written using a new computer
It was unusual
system
because
called
it was nothing
Lightforms.
to do with
It was
computer
written by
games.
choreographer Mark Baldwin, who also performed it with Christine Tanner. How does it work, Mark?
The screen's divided into 3. Here we have a dancer.
Oh,
I
Mark,
can
please
get the
don't bore me,
dancer
Mark.
In whatever fashion I want. He moves just like a human would.
Humans
All
don't
the
move
joints
like that,
move in
Mark.
quite a human
Humans
way.
are not made out of
Here's the
springs.
left
That looks
thigh
like it's
moving from the
running
hips
on
up.
an
Can it do anything
Atari
humanly
ST
possible?
of
Yeah,
some
it can do anything
description.
humanly possible and a lot more.
I might
so
be
have to
completely
careful.
wrong, but
as a dancer and a choreographer, I know what a human can do.
Oh, I see, so it couldn't
humans
sort of
cannot
jump.
do
Yeah, you
that.
couldn't jump like that and sort of
Really?
stay like that forever.
That
You can
certainly
see what
looks
he's doing.
like
This is the pelvis.
Atari
He's
ST
absolutely
style
left the floor. There we are.
But what's this?
desktop thing,
This
whatever
is
you
the
call
stage,
it.
so you can see
I
where
might
your
be wrong.
dancer is in the stage, and I can also make pathways for the dancer. Get him to shift around, or I can make him turn around.
Really, is he trying to tell me he genuinely
I can make him jump in the
choreographs
air.
dances using this computer?
No one could jump that high or in that shape, but as a choreographer, I would actually have someone come along and lift them. So it's up to me to interpret this material that I'm making up on the machine.
So you have to use your common sense.
Yeah, you've got to use your common sense.
Yeah.
What's this?
This is the timeline. It's
What's
like
this?
watching a movie. These are all the frames of the movie. In the
This is
first
a pile
frame,
of
I've
shit,
got the
that's
dancer
what this
doing
is.
and then if I move along to frame
People will
5
not
and
use this
find
to
another shape that I
dance,
like,
and they
put it in
never will,
frame
and they never
5,
have, and they never
the
have
machine will
since.
actually,
This is
connect
nonsense.
Frame 1 and frame 5
I want
for
to
me,
see
so I don't have
computer
to fill
games,
in
not ballet
frames 2, 3 and 4.
twats
So the dance
dancing.
is in one position, and then you say 5 seconds later it'll be in another position,
Yeah.
and the computer fills it in for you.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah,
Like
Violet.
that.
Blah blah blah.
Phrase from the dance.
Yeah, sure. This is one. It took me quite a while to make this one.
Because the computer
I'm
is
quite new to it,
so
but,
awkward to use.
and if you're doing a movement that is quite small movements, it doesn't take so long. But if you're doing broad gestures, you can do it quite
Whoa,
quickly.
whoa, that was a funky
It
movement.
gives
Can
me
we,
a sort of-
can we
it's like a
rewind and
visual
see what the hell
tool.
was going on
Can
there?
I see Christine doing that?
Yeah, Christine knows
Yeah,
this
I would love
way.
to see somebody doing that.
So would Christine have worked out this movement from seeing it back on the computer?
Well, I learnt it from the computer, and then I showed it to Christine, and she's doing her own interpretation of what it is.
So what are the other advantages
Ah,
of using the system?
what kind
Well,
of
the
dance was
advantage
that?
is that I don't have to hire a studio and dancers, and I can choreograph at 10:30 at night, and I don't need loads of space to do it.
Has this system been used much?
Yeah, the system's been used for about 3.5 years by an American choreographer called Merce Cunningham, and in fact he's done a piece for
Really?
Ron Dance Company
That
called
is-
Touch Bass.
Well, thanks for
What a
showing
waste
us
of
that.
money and wonky shit that was.
Touch Base is being performed by the Ronbear Dance Company, who are currently on tour.
Please don't
and
show me
dates
now.
and
Please
details
don't
in the
show me
dates
now. Oh, get upset in my face, you stupid ballet fuck. I'm sure that guy just... What is going on? These people get paid to do that? Tell you, you won't find this nonsense on Games Master, that's for sure. Hello, Nam.
What a load of
Nice
squatting
waistcoat.
Rubbish. I learnt to
It
dance
is rubbish.
from the software called Street Fighter 2.
Oh,
Anyway,
fuck nugget.
this is a cheat for Battletoads on the NES. When the title
Another
screen
awesome
appears,
game.
Hold down A, B, and down.
See,
then
apart from
press
anything else,
start.
I'm giving you some
This
cheat
is
guides here,
totally
people.
Awesome cheat.
Through the magic of YouTube and bad
Because
influence.
when you start the game, you start with 5 toads instead of 3. Think about that, slimy. Good, isn't it?
Oh my god, he's got a real thing in there.
All of Nam's hints,
Give me
tips
your Game
and
Boys, you
cheats are
fads. I bet you they're in
available
like
in our
mint
data
condition. What's that
bar.
other?
To
What
access
is
it,
that
you should know
child
the drill by
holding?
now, but I'll show you one more time. Video the credits
Oh,
at the
video
end of the
machine.
program, and then rewind them and play them back to yourself. But don't play them back at full
Oh my god,
speed.
and they're making
Use
a
the
child
pause
have a
and the
telly on
frame
his knees?
advance,
That wouldn't be
or
allowed
the jump
nowadays due to
button, whatever it's
health
called
and
on your
safety,
video,
that's for sure.
And you should be able to scroll through up to 50 different pages of information.
50 different pages on the Data
completely
Blast. People
gratis
explain how this
and
works.
for nothing.
You used to
Last
record it
week
and then
saw the biggest games
frame by
event of the
frame.
year, the Future Show at Earl's
watch
Court
it
in
back.
London. You weren't there, don't worry, I was, and I took a Bad Influence film crew with me.
And some of your lovely dress sense to go.
If computer games are where it's at for you, then this is definitely the place to be. There have been thousands of people here at Earl's Court over the past 4 days. In fact, at one stage on Saturday there were so many people here they had to close the doors, and that nearly caused a riot. So what's the big attraction? That is
The whirly slide in the background. Yay! Told you. Wow. This is intense. Super scope. Really? That was bloody hell.
This is where the future is. Virtual reality.
No, no,
This is
no.
where I look at my most attractive.
No, we discovered the other week.
Home, it'll cost you £40,000.
Holy, £40,000 we discovered the other week with Z, right? Was that his name? That virtual reality was not going to be the future.
In the world, and then when you put your hand in front of your face like that, you can see your own hand, and then you've got to shoot this dude in a white t-shirt.
Something I never had a go on, real life virtual reality, but
you don't know what I'm talking about.
obviously something I never missed. Oculus Rift that's upcoming might change that, but I've seen a Sonic 2 sign.
This is Road Rash 2. The winner of the competition gets a leather jacket.
Okay, thanks for that.
Sonic 2,
A leather
the first
jacket.
chance for the public to play the game. What do you think of Sonic 2?
I think it's wicked.
It's wicked. Sonic 2 is
Sonic
wicked.
2? You have. What did you think?
It's brilliant.
Oh, the 90s, eh?
Sonic
Good times.
and Tails, well, how do you do? Right.
Those fuckers are scary, those giant Sonic and Tails.
Huzzah!
Kick him in the nuts, Andy. Kick him in the nuts, son.
For me, it was time to attend the big event.
What's the big event?
For the last few weeks, thousands of people from all over Great Britain have been battling for the title National Computer
You
Games
excel.
Champion. The top
Have you
prize
had your
is
breakfast, Andy?
£10,000. We're now down to the last two, and here they are. Alan Brett, Nottingham, and Tony Eaton from Stafford. Gentlemen, can I ask you first, to get to the standard, how much blooming playing do you do?
About 4 hours a day, sometimes more.
4 hours a day. What about yourself?
Been recently doing about 5 hours a day.
You play loads of games. What's your favourite?
5.
PGA Tour Golf on the Mega Drive.
Oh, what?
Street Fighter 2 on the
Yay, there you go.
If you
I
were
like the guy in the
champion,
white
you
t-shirt
won
already.
£10,000, what would you do with the money?
Put it in the bank and get the interest.
Very wise. And yourself?
Get a season ticket to the Wolves first and then a Mega CD.
What competition are we? The Lemons?
Play 3 rounds. The first game is Lemmings 2. This is the first time anybody's seen the game.
Oh, there you go. Still a bit easy to figure out what to do. A competition where you play Lemons? That's a first. That guy looks like he's having some issues. Don't let the Lemons die.
To win the second round playing Sonic 2. Now it's all down to Street Fighter 2 for the grand finale.
Awesome, Street Fighter 2. I'd kick their ass at that game. I'm a Street Fighter master.
£10,000 and the title National Computer Games.
Please let the white guy win. They're both white, but the guy in the white t-shirt. Go on, son. That's what you get for liking Street Fighter 2 and not PGA piss.
As one of the WWF wrestlers has just arrived.
I've got no idea who he is.
Jim Duggan.
Who? Jim Duggan?
WWF promoting a new game on the SNES.
He just looks like a large burly bin man. That's what he looks like.
A crane there. Since the show, we've had some bad news and some good news about Lemmings 2.
What?
The bad news is that it's slipped. It won't be available until February.
Okay.
But the good news is that we'll have an exclusive sneak preview on Bad Influence next week.
It's not
Now
good
some more
news.
games reviews. First up is Micro Machines. It's a plug-through cart.
It is
which means
indeed.
you've got to plug another game into it to make it work. Getting it in is hard enough, and getting it out's a nightmare. But is it any good?
It's not really
It's an overhead
any
race game
different
based on
from
a
putting a
micro
normal
machine
NES
model.
game in, apart from you
can
don't push
choose
it
from
down,
one of
Violet.
12
How is that
types,
hard?
each with different driving skills. Here to battle it out are Morgan, who's playing Super Cool Spider,
Super
and Robert,
Cool
who's
Spider.
playing Wayne the Unpredictable Genius.
A game I've never played on the NES, actually.
You race around
I know.
different rooms in the house. We're on the billiard table at the moment.
Come on, son. Let it speak.
I'm a really erratic genius. Occasionally I get these brilliant bursts of speed.
I'm just so super cool.
I don't know if it's right to take the mick at that person. I don't know if there's something wrong with him.
At all. You know?
He's an erratic genius. That's what I'm going to have on my
Here we are
gravestone.
playing a different game of draft called
Erratic
the Noble.
genius.
I've just won a bonus point. I got at least one screen away from my opponent.
Oh my
Pure that was.
god, I previously thought these kids were actors and maybe just bad, but I think they're, I don't know. They're just waffling nonsense.
But you can only use it once before you've worked out. Ha, I got you.
Oh, very sly. You'll not get away now.
Shoot him with your
Perfect
tank.
shot coming up.
Oh, nice shot.
Nah, that's cheating, that was.
Not cheating, nice shot,
I'd
numbnuts.
say this was quite an average game. And one of the big problems for me is that the earlier levels are far too hard.
The thing that bugs me about it is it gets very samey after a very short time.
Average,
Not recommended.
you pair of
It's an
twats.
unusual game. It's quite good.
Average
but I wouldn't
game.
want to play it over and over again.
It's a
because
bloody
too
classic.
boring.
Micro Machines is a good idea, but it gets boring very quickly. The 2-player mode gives it a bit of life.
And that's why there's so many more Micro Machine games after this.
3 out of 5.
Christ.
And the girls also gave it 3 out of 5.
2 out of 5 and 3 out of 5?
Next is Nigel Mansell's
I
World
have
Championship
played
on the Amiga.
that.
It's a strange irony that this game should be released just as Nigel bows out of Formula 1 racing altogether. Bad timing, perhaps.
Looks a bit like,
Here's
is it,
Claire to test the circuits.
it's a very similar game in the Amiga. Is it called Vroom?
Really good.
Or Zoom or Vroom? It's either on the Amiga or the Atari ST. Looks very
You
similar.
can see the hands moving, it's like being in a real racing car.
Yeah, it's like being in a real racing car. You're one of those children that lean when you drive a racing game.
Luckily, you can choose your tyres to match the conditions. You can have wet, soft or hard.
Okay.
I'd recommend wet for when it's raining.
Yes.
You can also choose
That makes
auto
sense.
or manual gears.
I recommend
I like the tight
auto.
corners. It's good that if you hit something, you still carry on.
She sort of sounds like she's
down
reading
there.
something off a piece of
The
paper.
only thing I don't like about it is that it takes ages to load.
Really? On floppy
If you
disks?
haven't
I
already
can't
bought
imagine
a
take
racing
that
sim,
long
this is a
unless
good
it's
one
got
to get. I'd recommend this
a
to
million
my dad,
discs.
who's quite fussy about his games.
Mansell's had a big build-up, but don't believe the hype. There's too many of these kind of games already out, and this is not the best of the bunch.
Oh,
Just
this
don't waste
kid's a
your money on
mister.
it.
Think he knows it all.
Racing sims aren't my favourite game, and in my opinion this one's pretty boring. It's just ordinary.
There's not
Ordinary.
much to recommend Nigel Mansell. The graphics are slow and jerky, there's very little trackside detail, and there's not enough room on the road to overtake.
Hmm.
And the scores for
You
Nigel
sound like you
Mansell's
know what
World
you're on about. I
Championship.
agree.
The boys gave it a poor 2 out of 5, but the girls liked it. They gave it 4 out
The
of 5.
fudge? 4 out of 5? No. What we got? What we got? Oh, Namrood, you little
Right,
scrote.
keyboard creeps. Throw away
I heard
those
a Game Boy
spirals
noise.
that have 4 different colours and pay attention. On the title screen of Adventure Island on the Game Boy, press
Awesome game.
up, down, shake it all about. Oh, sorry. Right, left,
You little fuck
right,
nugget.
left. A, B, A, B.
A, B, A,
All
B.
your levels are then listed on the screen. Fancy an adventure, Andy?
Special
Not with
adventure,
you,
Andy.
thanks. I was sitting in the Bad Influence office the other week when this computer disc landed on my desk. I stuffed it into my machine, and this is what came out. A high-tech way of getting publicity for a new film called, not surprisingly,
He stuffed it into
Sneakers.
his
To get
machine.
this far, I had to enter the password CTech Astronomy. But I don't know the password for these other levels, so it won't let me in. Look, all it'll say is access denied. Try the character dossier.
That sounds
All I
like
can
a
get at the
rubbish
moment are these
game
rather dull biographies of the
thing.
actors in the film. There, for example, is Robert Redford, and if you go through, you can have everything you ever wanted to know about Sidney Poitier. Fascinating. The film is released tomorrow. It's about a group of high-tech hackers, the Sneakers.
Could have put
who
some
are
more
hired to
enthusiasm
protect
into that,
security
Andy.
systems. In this clip, they're trying to get government protection without giving away their hideout.
Oh my god, blatant plug for a film.
Through 9 different relay stations
On a
throughout the world, and
computer
off 2
game show,
satellites. It'll be the
that's
hardest
bad. Were they
race
shorter
we've ever
content or
done.
something?
Now, this will measure
Shocking.
stress in the voice of the person on the other end of the line.
Awesome.
Not as accurate as a polygraph, but for today's purposes, it'll do.
Who is this, please?
It's my dime. I'll ask the questions. Who are you?
Say my name is Mr. Abbott.
I'm Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's what he sounded like.
Second leg.
Mr. Abbott, are you interested in C-Tech astronomy?
I'm interested in all kinds of astronomy.
Cute.
They've got the satellite in Tokyo. These guys are good.
We got to trace him, people. We got to trace him. Trace the call. Trace the call.
If I come in with what I know,
I don't think I've actually ever seen this film.
Do you have the item?
15 seconds.
can you guarantee my safety?
Where is the item?
Can you guarantee my safety?
5 seconds.
Can you?
Yes, I can guarantee your safety.
Fish, he's lying.
Hang up, they've almost got us.
He's lying.
Hang up, Fish.
He's lying. He's
Hang
lying.
up.
Throw the phone.
Exciting stuff, eh? Now, I know
Nope.
the password for the next level is an anagram of C-Tech Astronomy, but I'm not very good at anagrams. Let me see. Scary motto scene?
Last week's competition prize was 4 of these supervisions with loads
No
of games. We
supervisions.
asked you the names of the 2
No.
droids in Star Wars, and the answer was, of course, C-3PO and
Bad
R2-D2.
machines.
This week's competition prize is a Game Gear with TV
Holy
tuner, and the
fuck, that
question
thing
is,
can take somebody's eye out.
what is the name of the cowboy outlaw played by Robert Redford in a movie?
Sorry, necessary motto. I'm
don't
sure
know.
it's necessary motto.
Pass.
Answers on a postcard or stuck down envelope to the usual Bad Influence address, which you will find in the data blast, to reach us by next Monday, please.
And don't forget, the Bad Influence magazine is in the shops from Saturday.
It is necessary motto. Saturday morning, 9:25. What's up, Doc Son? Grateful for your company for that. Failing that, back here for Bad Influence next week. Ta-ra.
See ya.
See ya. That's a quick episode, guys. Well, not really. They're all 20 minutes long, so it couldn't be any quicker or shorter than any of the other ones. But you know what I mean? It felt like it was a quick episode, probably because that ballet nonsense took up loads of time. It was piss. I know that Violet's hair improves as the series and episodes progresses, but I don't know if Andy Crane's fashion wear and his jumpers improve or not. But, anyway, join me next time in the next episode of Bad Influence Fan Commentary. Goodbye.